This is where the revenge through success idea came from. Yeah. All right. So that's interesting. I guess we can check out this Jake Tapper interview.
Of Washington State, the top Democrat on the House Armed Services Committee. And Congressman, for the record, we usually have you here to talk pure policy and foreign policy and armed services, not politics, but this is a fraught moment in our democracy. Where are you on this issue? What's your message to President Biden and to your fellow Democrats?
Well, look, I think he should step aside. I think it's become clear that he's not the best person to carry the Democratic message. And here's the thing. We have an incredibly strong message and record to run on. And in all respect to the president, he's done a great job. Okay, when you look at where the economy was when he came in, how our economy dealt with COVID so much better than any other economy in the world, the progress that we're making, the unemployment rate, stock market. Look, there's a lot of work left to do. Housing's too expensive. Income inequality is still too great. But we've made progress on that too. The lowest black unemployment, black poverty rate came under this president. I saw a report today in the New York Times that some of those areas that have seen the manufacturing jobs flee are actually starting to get better. Okay, and then on the other side, you've got Donald Trump, who's a complete disaster. Project 2025 and his promise to cut taxes more for the rich and corporations while raising tariffs to tax poor people. We got a good message. The president has shown he is not capable of delivering that message in an effective way.
Just because, I shouldn't say just, because that 90-minute debate was a lot, but is it?
I will say that the Parkinson's story was deeply exacerbated by the White House press secretaries. Like, just say he meets with a neurologist as part of his neurology therapies. Like, you can give a very succinct response to that doesn't invite more hyperbole and hysteria. If that's what's going on, just answer it very simply.
Is this based entirely on that event? No.
Yeah, that press briefing was really bad.
There was concerns leading up to it in the terms of the president's ability to deliver a message.
Hey, Kelly,
and it hasn't gotten better since the debate. The overall package shows we got a great message. I mean, when you looked at that debate, what all of us were feeling, my son who's in high school was, we should, sorry, he's in college now, but, any good debater could go back on what Donald Trump is saying. And so many missed opportunities were out there. And we want to deliver an effective message. And then there are the healthcare concerns. And look, a lot of Democrats are saying, well, let's move on. Let's stop talking about it. We're not the ones who are bringing it up. We're not the ones who said anytime, any place. And only Joe Biden was on that stage with Donald Trump. Our constituents are bringing it up. The country is bringing it up. And the White House, campaign strategy of be quiet and fall in line and let's ignore it simply isn't working right now.
One of your colleagues talked to me on Background and said that the problem with this issue with President Biden is, and I'm paraphrasing what this member of Congress said to me, is every American has seen this in their own life. Everybody knows what confused.
Yes, sidewalk connoisseur. This is the Adam Smith, the one that made capitalism. Yes.
Confused older person who is having struggled.
You see, he tripped and fell into a local river in the wintertime and froze into a comically solid block of ice that was able to remain frozen due to a unique microclimate in the Pacific Northwest. And of course, they unthawed him, thereby proving the fundamental nature of cryogenics and gaining a new political figure for the modern age.
Struggling with cognition issues, what it's like. And it's not consistently 100% 24/7 like that, but it is a process.
Yeah. No, and look, the president, as I said, has done a very good job as president. We've got a great record to run on. He's just not able to deliver it right now. And the healthcare, and it's a distraction. We should be talking about the record. We should be talking about Trump. But you saw the press conference.
Yeah.
We're not the ones who are forcing it. And sorry, I got to make one other point.
Yeah.
So the president talked today about how now it's all the elites who are trying to force him out.
Right.
Let's remember what happened in 2020. Okay, the president did not run a great primary campaign. He lost badly in Iowa, New Hampshire, and Nevada. You came out of Nevada and Bernie Sanders looked like the presumptive nominee. And this exact same group of people,
The elites.
that the president is now deriding as elites. And by the way, they're not. They're Democrats, okay? They're party operatives, they're donors, they're volunteers.
I mean, I feel like if you are one of the big donors of the Democratic Party, you are definitionally an elite. Come on now.
Decided, and to all the Bernie supporters out there, I'm not judging this positively or negatively, they decided
Hey,
they didn't
Kaiju
want Bernie
Chomps.
Sanders to be the nominee. They decided that Joe Biden would be the better nominee.
Welcome.
And
I hope
credit
you enjoy
again
the
to
stream.
president. He decided that because he did 8 years as vice president. He did the years in the Senate. He had the record to be a strong president. And so they, through their support behind Joe Biden, and Pete Buttigieg and Elizabeth Warren and Mike Bloomberg and Amy Klobuchar.
I am not going to lie. I really wanted him to talk more about the current political situation, because right now he's just rehashing 2016. Or 2020, sorry. Like, I don't need that. I covered it. We don't need this.
Klobuchar, and I may be forgetting a few others.
I guess I can just
plan.
skip
What would
ahead.
the
Two
plan
quick things. One, I hope, and I completely agree with Adam Schiff and Mike Quigley and others who've said, let's put Joe Biden's ego aside. As candidates,
Well, look, Kaiju Chomps, the Democrats have lost faith in America's golden order, okay? They are now calling for her to step down. And, you know, right now the election is between America, you know, the woman who shattered the Elden Ring, and Radagon, okay? This radical newcomer over here. And, you know, he's saying he's going to make the ring great again. And I'm in the middle here, and I'm saying, you know what? I think we need to put someone new in. I think you know what? Let's look amongst the tarnished, okay? Let's find one of these demigods and put them in there, all right? Mog 2024, New Blood. Damn it, you guys are good.
there's this tendency to believe, oh, it's all about us. No,
You're never going to make this analogy make sense. I think it made sense to everybody who's played Elden Ring.
the candidate is always secondary. The primary thing is the constituents you're asking to represent. So I would ask them to
Moog
put their
did nothing
personal
wrong.
feelings aside for Joe Biden. This isn't personal. It wasn't personal in 2020 when all of those people said it should be Joe.
Hey,
It was
0 hour
business.
hero.
You're the guy we think can win. So I'm
Welcome.
pleading with them, all right? I hear you. I think you're probably right. I'm pleading with them. Take a step back. Look at what is best for the party, what is best for the country. What happens? Personally, I think Kamala Harris would be a much better, stronger candidate. And because she is constitutionally his second, that's the way it's supposed to work. If the president
And of course, we have the sleeper candidate, Mikola, you know. Never count him out.
is no longer able, Kamala Harris is there with.
Oh, you
4
think he
years
should
of
step down from the presidency?
No.
Okay, but
I'm talking about within the primary process.
primary part. So
Right. They ran as a team this year,
Right.
from the very start. Okay.
So you don't agree with Congressman Jim Clyburn, who said there should be at least some sort of mini primary process so that she's not anointed. So there. No.
Let me say, there's 1,000 different ways to do it, and that's fine. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, can I just say this is the most interesting point in this entire interview so far? He's like, he's honestly just saying that, like, I do not care how you shift these things around. I view it in my best political interest to be running down ballot of someone who is not Joe Biden. That he doesn't care how it happens. A mini primary would be nice. I don't think we're going to get that option, though.
The president is not the nominee. He got a little testy this morning when I think Joe said he was the presumptive nominee.
Yeah.
He is. He's the presumptive nominee. And let me also say, and I put this in a statement that I'm about to put out, if we get through the convention, he's the nominee, I'm all in. Look, elections are a choice. And in this field, even in the current situation, Joe Biden, far and away the best candidate. But I know in my heart and my soul and my brain that we can do better, and I know what the stakes are, all right? And you've seen it. Even after the debate, he didn't come out and show that he could deliver the message. They didn't address the healthcare issues. So I just passionately believe that we can pick a better candidate. Like I said, I think it should be Harris. Ultimately, that's up to the delegates.
What do you
will
think,
make the selection.
What do you make of the fact that there's this visit by a Parkinson's doctor with the White House physician and they won't answer questions about it? I know you don't know the details about it. Well, here's the thing. It just seems to me, I've been in this town a little bit, you too, and like you have an issue about a candidacy based on ability and health concerns. So what do? You try to resolve them. One, you put the candidate out for 2 hours and let them take questions from the press, show not just phone interviews and not just, I mean, George did a great job, but 22-minute taped interview is not what we're talking about. A full hour and a half, 2 hours, take questions, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And you put out all the health records, but they're not.
Unironically, Jake Tapper is doing well. I think this is a reasonable ask to put these fears to bed. Unscripted interview, live, town hall type situation. I think would go a long way to dispelling these concerns.
Not doing either of those.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not good. I know that because the doubts linger, the lack of transparency lingers. And again, the president has done a great job, okay? We have a great record to run on. But what we've seen over and over again, he can't deliver that message. And the questions about his health, again, there's all this, oh, Democrats should just shut up and get in line, don't question. We're not the ones bringing it up.
Right.
The president's debate performance and what has happened since then, as well as some incidents before that, are bringing it. We have to deal with it. And here's another point. It undermines our credibility. Now, it doesn't all have to be on the candidate. Messengers can be good. Wes Moore, Shapiro, Gretchen Whitmer, Gavin Newsom, we got really good messengers out there. But your credibility takes a blow if you can't answer questions about the president's health and his ability to deliver a message. If you act, not important, shouldn't talk about it. So I think we can do better. I don't know what's going to happen. Like I said, gets the nomination, I'm all in. Right now, just like in 2020, when everyone said Joe Biden's the guy, let's get behind him, I think we need a different choice if we're going to be able to beat Donald Trump. And that's what matters. It's not about Joe Biden. It's not about individuals. It's about making sure we move this country in the right direction going forward.
Congressman Adam Smith.
I mean, guys, like this story is moving fast. Like earlier today, this is from approximately 2 hours ago. I asked, this is from Michael Schnell, reporter. I asked Pelosi if she's still committed to supporting Biden. Quote, I've always been committed to him. Then I asked if he's the best person for the ticket. Quote, I'm not making any statement right now here in the hall. When I'm ready to make a statement, I will. Additionally, we have Laura K. Garrison, another reporter, Representative Pramila Jayapal, chair of the Congressional Progressive Caucus, on President Biden. Quote, I am fully behind him as our nominee until he is not our nominee. If Pelosi can't even lie in a hallway, I think he might be done. Well, Samurai, the thing is, I feel either, like, right now, I just want this issue resolved as soon as possible. The sooner it's resolved, the better for everyone. I, of course, would like someone who's not Joe Biden. I think he has a worse chance of winning after all of this has gone down. But if this is opening a door for us to get not Joe Biden, I think that might be a good thing. You know? Pelosi is terrible. Oh, Pelosi's absolutely terrible. But the fact that Biden lost Pelosi, that's interesting.